Hey, it's Latasha, and this is the third episode of Fat to Fit, my journey toward being fit. So, just to pick up from the last episode, one of my closest friends, her stepdaughter, was killed in a car accident, and that was a very emotional episode. So, from that time to this time, I'm just going to recap my week. So, I did get out there and walk. On Thursday's conference call, we talked about 20 habits of successful people. And one of those was to be curious about things. So in being curious about things, research stuff, test your limits. So when I finished that conference call, I started walking and I said, well, you know what? Let me be curious about this. I wonder how long can I truly walk before I can't walk anymore. So I got out there and I walked for probably about 2.5 hours, and I ended up doing my very best, in one session. So I walked 6.67 miles, and believe it or not, my legs were still going. Everything was tight, but I was still going. But I did have to stop because it was getting late and I was getting blisters on my feet. So needless to say, it's time for a new pair of sneakers. I already had on 3 pair of socks with them, and I already have an insert in them. So I've really put in some miles on those shoes. I've had them since February of last year. So it is time for another pair of shoes. But needless to say, I'll get on that. But I was curious about that, and I was so excited. I gotta give myself a pat on the back because that is my personal best. Will it be my personal best for long? Probably not. I'd like to do that as like a Saturday challenge. So after I finish the conference call on Saturday, I think I'll just go ahead and test the limit and see where I can go with it. Most time I have a lot of things to do on Saturday, and we're approaching October. So this weekend will be the last weekend before I start October, which is my Blitz. And I think what I'm going to do is start out with the Healthy Happy Hour, and just to go into those lunch and learns, because I really want to get those out of the way before the holiday. Any knowledge given, any knowledge learned by anybody, it's always going to help when we go into that transitional from fall down in the winter, and we're changing seasons. We're going to be in the house more, so really learning some tips to help you save those calories, to help encourage and motivate you to go hard now while it's not cold outside, and things of that nature. So I just want to get on that, and I got to put some dates on it. I got it in my mind, but I do have to check some other sources because I want some other guest appearances, and you have to check with people and see what their schedule is looking like, because I really want to get those subject matter experts in house to speak on some portions. But on Saturday's call, I had my cousin with me, and he is like 8 years old, and he walked the whole time. He walked the whole hour, and kids are tireless. And just thinking about that, I mean, he was so motivating, because I tell you, he was running and then waiting on me, and I'm just giving a conference call. And he was just it was hilarious, but he did good. So I was excited about that. We had the pop-up shop on Saturday, so that was where we had different tables set up for vendors that were selling things. So your friends of friends, co-workers, stuff like that come by and they purchase things. So we had different ones here. I set up a table. Of course, I wasn't selling anything, but I set up a table that was like on health and beauty, and then one for health and one for beauty. So it was a health and beauty table. So in that, I had on the health and beauty side, I had the products that I use, my proven, tried and trues, my holy grails. Oftentimes people ask me, what am I putting in my hair? And it just, that conversation goes on and on and on. So I had the products that I use on the table, as well as I had 2 boxes from a Curl Kit subscription. I recently got back on Curl Kit, and it's where they send you a monthly subscription of products, and they're full-size products and sample products. So you can just go out there on the website, curlkit.com, and get some more information about that. So that was on my health side, and then that was on my beauty side. So on my health side, I had some things that I had been giving out at the Lunch and Learn. I had folders and presentations that I give out and what I talk about for that healthy lifestyle journey. I was talking about those lunch and learns, and also I had these on the table. So look what came in the mail. Yes, honey, yes. My flyers and my business cards. Yes, just advertising a conference call. So, like I said, I didn't have anything on my table for sale, but my information was priceless. That health and beauty and that table was, was the information that I was given was priceless. So that's kind of how that did. So this week, what I'm doing, of course, I got into the shorts, and that was a big to do. That was a big reveal. That was big. That was everything. Now I'm getting into this dress. I gotta get in this dress by my birthday. I can get in it now. It is so snuggly and looks so provocative. It does not look how it was intended to. So I promise you, I'm working on this. Okay, so I got a glare on my glass. Let me take the glasses off. Okay, so I promise you, I'm working on that. Getting in that dress. So I'm gonna walk every day this week. Plus, we have the Nike leaderboard, and that leaderboard, we're just walking, so we're just logging our miles when we're walking. But the thing about the leaderboard is it shows what everybody else is doing. So Zan is a powerhouse, and she's serious about it. But I got to get in this dress. I have 3 weeks to get in this dress, so come on now, I got to get serious about it. So that's kind of what I'm doing to get in this dress. So that's pretty much it. I did my power hour where I planned out my meals, my snacks, and what I was going to eat. I did my power hour on Sunday because Sunday was my forced pajama day. Sometimes if you got a lot to do, you better take a rest and fuel up. So I did rest and got some things taken care of. So I'm cruise controlling. I got my fruit, got my coconut water, got my food. So I did cook yesterday. So I already have food to eat tonight and tomorrow night. So I don't have to worry about the next meal until Wednesday. But I have my freezer stocked up for where I went a couple weeks ago, and I just break down those family packs and make smaller packs. So that's it. So that's really what I'm doing, and that's about it. So as far as like the conference call, I'll tell you, I got a call from a friend of a friend asking me would I do a conference call customized for truck drivers. So I told him I would be willing to put together something because truck drivers they're its own beast. So that's really not something that I would put on these conference calls. That's something that I would probably do on a different day. As you know, the conference call is Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. So I would probably do theirs maybe on a Wednesday. That healthy lifestyle and that exercise regimen is a little different when you're over the road. Really familiar with, I know quite a few truck drivers. So I was just kind of making some calls, doing some pulses, just something that they asked me to do. That's still work in progress, still doing some research on that. And that's about it. So this concludes the third episode of Fat to Fit, my journey toward being fit.